Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am the Growth Over Grades podcast host, Melody McAllister, and I am coming in live from the ASTI conference, which is taking place in my hometown right now, Anchorage, Alaska. And I'm so excited. It makes it even more personal. I want to give a shout out to the Spaces EDU community, and just thank you so much for tuning in. I also want to give out a special shout out to GCI. They are letting me go live from their booth. And if you are at ASCII and you haven't visited them, you need to. They are giving out, or they're taking applications for scholarships until March. So definitely come. This would be a great opportunity for your students. And hashtag Alaska Unlimited Love. Come check them out. And thank you again to Heath, who is at the GCI booth that let me go live here. It's so fantastic. And today we're just going to talk to some educators. Hey, and some leaders that are here at ASTI. So, all right, let's get started. Okay, first up, I have two amazing friends that I met last year at ASTI, Lori Abney and Amber Bright. They are both educators here in Alaska. Ladies, tell us about who you are. Step up close.
Lori Abney. I'm a K-1 teacher here in Alaska. We're getting ready on Tuesday here at ASTI to present on using Google Classroom with littles and middles.
Yay! When is that session happening?
It's 9 o'clock Tuesday.
Nice. So make sure, and do you know what room it is?
The quadrant room.
Make sure to go check them out.
Level.
9 o'clock on Tuesday. And tell us about you, Amber.
Well, I'm the middle teacher. I actually taught kindergarten last year, and then I moved to my True Love Middle School this year. So I'm a 6th grade science teacher at Colony Middle School.
Nice.
So we're just going to tell you everything you need to know to make your Google Classroom an engaging one. And I think we had a lot of fun making the presentation. So
good. I hope everybody will check it out. Amber, last year we had a session about edu authors. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your book?
Well, Melody.
Sorry.
I don't be by myself. She actually did a presentation on how to become an author. And so went to her presentation and she gave me the A-OK, you have a good idea. And so I just did it.
That is so awesome. Amber is actually a huge YouTube hit. Like she's a YouTuber and so she's pretty famous on that. So tell us a little bit about your book and I'll hold it up since you feel a little bit modest. Tell us about your book.
Well, we all know that teachers are leaving the profession, and being a teacher and loving being a teacher, you get feelings about that. And so I just wanted to make a counter argument to why I stay, even when we have a lot of things going on, from COVID to rules and extra expectations as teachers. There's still a reason that I go to the classroom every day and that I love what I do. And so I just wanted to provide a way for other educators to remember all the things that keep them coming back.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. So please go check out Reasons Why I Stay, in the classroom, and how you can find your why when all else fails. And you can check this out at Amazon. Mm-hmm. Anywhere else that you want to mention?
Just
okay,
Amazon. And then of course, visit my YouTube page.
Which is that?
For science instructional videos. It's nothing too crazy.
It's amazing. She's modest. Well, Amber, congratulations on publishing your first book, because I'm sure there will be more to come. And congratulations on all the success. And I'm so glad that you stayed in the classroom, because I know that you impact your students every day.
Awesome.
Check out her sessions. Give me a hug.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for stopping by. Awesome. All right. Okay, and we have another educator that is coming up, Miss Vicki Limbacher. Vicki, come on up. Hi, and I got to meet you yesterday. Tell us a little bit about what you do in the classroom or at your school.
Well, I'm at Midnight Sun Charter School in Wasilla, and for Metsu. Last year was my first time to come to ASTI.
Nice.
And I actually had such a great time. I wanted to come back this year, and so I did this morning. I did the digital classroom, escape rooms with Michelle Moore, and she was extremely high energy. I loved it, and the best part of that was that we got time to make something, so I can use it next week on the Industrial Revolution with my students.
I love that. So, what grade level do you teach?
I'm 6-8.
Oh my goodness, that is so cool.
They stuck with me for 3 years.
Yes, I'm sure they love it.
Yes.
So, what is something that you've learned here at ASTI that you think that somebody could just put into their classroom right away?
I can't remember her name right now, but she did the free links for teachers. And
okay.
She had like over 50 different free resources that we were able to use. And a lot of them can be implemented immediately because they already have templates and stuff made to get teachers started. So
to get teachers started doing
just keeping their students engaged
Oh.
in different ways on technology. With
Oh my
their
gosh, was it
devices.
Alice Keeler? Was it about
I'm so
Google
sorry.
apps?
No, and now
Okay.
I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, you put me
It's
on the
okay.
spot.
I know. That's what I do best. I put people on the spot. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Is there anything before we have somebody else on?
Yeah, if anybody has the chance to come, they should.
All right. Yes. And if you are a school administrator and you can send somebody to ASTE, you should.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Vicki.
Thanks.
Have a great rest of your ASTE or trip. Come on. Okay.
You need me now?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is somebody. Wait, I'm going to introduce you. This is somebody that I have, before I even moved to Alaska, I started following because I knew I was coming. So I started looking at Alaska Twitter. So I've been following my next guest for a few years. And I thought, man, he has such a cool school and he's such an awesome leader. I wish my kids could go to school like that. And then last year it actually happened. Well, I actually pursued that. And now my kids do go to a school. So I'm going to welcome up here. I'll come over here, Mr. Adam McAllister.
Hi.
Last year I nominated him to be the admin of the year. And so he is admin of the year or principal of the year for ASTE. So I'm so glad that all worked out. It was really cool. But even more,
was really cool.
It was. And even more special is that my kids go to his school, and it is amazing. It is literally the best middle school in the whole entire world.
It's the greatest middle school on earth.
It is. And they do PBL, outside education, and also some other stuff is special.
STEM.
Yes, STEM.
Outside every day, and we integrate STEM across the curriculum. And our driver is project-based learning.
Right. And the teachers there are amazing, and they really care about the students. I've heard from, firsthand from students how much they feel loved and appreciated at Stream Academy in Anchorage. So tell us some good news. What's happening here at ASTE?
Oh, I got to give a little presentation today at ASTE and talk about communication and how important that is and all the ways we communicate with parents and families at our school community. That was a lot of fun. But the big news, can I share the big news?
Yes, share
the big news for me is, for us, is that one of our teachers, Mrs. Emily Smith, is going to receive the award tonight. She's going to be named the ASTE 2023 Teacher of the Year.
Yeah. Congratulations, Emily.
Yes.
And she's also my
super
son's
excited.
teacher. She's an amazing educator, and she, was so glad to know her. Congratulations to her.
Yeah.
And she's
we're really
also
excited.
presenting.
Yeah, she's presenting tomorrow at 10:15. And
Yes.
I'm excited for that. I'm going to go to that and support her. Yeah, she's very deserving of this award. She's an outstanding teacher, an amazing educator. And we're really excited about it.
I love that. So let's talk about your session a little bit. I got to go and we talked about the importance of communication. What is something, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, I realize I'm doing this. What is a mistake that you feel like is made a lot that you wish that educators might think about?
Oh, there's a lot of little mistakes we make. And the reason I felt comfortable talking about communication is because I've made them all. And so you just keep trying to get better all the time. I think, the first mistake is just not listening. Just not being willing to take a deep breath and sit down and listen, really hear what people have to say. Most of the time, people just want to be heard.
Right.
They don't want you to solve their problems. It took me a long time to realize people don't want or need you to solve problems. They want to be heard and acknowledged and validated, and that's super important. And then with our coaching model, they just, people want you to guide them and sort of help them to solve their own problems.
Right.
You don't do anybody any favors if you try to solve their problems for them. But if you help somebody, to feel heard and validated and to solve their own problems, they feel good.
That's great. And what is your favorite method of communication?
Oh, wow, there's
he
so
challenged
many.
us. I'm asking him this. He challenged us to say what our favorite.
Your preferred mode
Yes.
of communication?
Yeah.
I receive information all three ways, I think, or all of the ways. I really need to hear things to process. Being able to hear things, that visual, verbal, and then the written communication modes. I think I like to have you talk to me in person.
Yeah.
Some people need to see it. Some people need to read it. Yeah.
Right. And I want to just say, because I am somebody that gets to watch him, actually walk the walk, or is it walk the talk, whatever. He really does it. And I'm so glad. Thank you for stopping by today.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do. It really makes a difference.
Thanks. I enjoy it and appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks to Adam. All right. Thank you for everything you do. All right. So thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, my name is Melody McAllister, and I host the Growth Over Grades podcast. And we're just coming in live. This is a special edition from the ASTI conference in Anchorage, Alaska. And my next friend is coming up. I actually met her last year at ASTI. Her name is Stacy Roberts. Come on, Stacy. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
It's so good to see you. The relationships I make at ASTI are really amazing. Stacy, tell us a little bit about what you do in education, and even tell us about your sessions coming up.
Yeah. So I am an 18-year vet, but this is my first year as a librarian. So this is a new role for me. I've been in the classroom teaching for 17 years, and I needed a change.
Yeah.
So I took a change. And
She looks way too young to be in the classroom for 18 years. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it is a little crazy. It's a little crazy. But I'm going to do a session on Tuesday. I'm like trying to remember my day. At 8:00 about research and just changing the way we talk to kids about research and trying to get them to stop Googling everything, because Google isn't the best form of research we can be teaching our kids.
Right.
And we have some amazing free resources in Alaska that our kids all have access to. And I think most states around the U.S. probably have free resources that the state's paying for that teachers could really tap into if they just know what's out there.
Right.
So, yeah.
And so, and I love that. And your session is at 8 a.m.
8.
on Tuesday. So make sure to check out Stacy Roberts' session. But you've actually attended some sessions here already.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite?
I think probably my favorite so far there was a digital escape room one this morning that was like 3.5 hours, and we got to build. And I've done digital escape rooms before, but the plethora of information and new puzzles that I got and new information was just so great. I wish that I would have known about it when I was in the classroom more, because I think that's the best part about ASTI is the crowdsourcing, and we're using all of our collective knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if I thought I knew what I was doing, the room is smarter than the presenter, and
for sure,
you always get new resources, and I always go back invigorated to do something new.
Yeah. I love that. And what is one takeaway? I'm putting her on the spot. See how I do this? I put everybody on the spot. What is one takeaway that you are for sure going to take back with you when you go back to school?
Oh man. I think from last night's keynote, when they were talking about self-forgiveness and self-awareness, and we give each other a lot of space to make mistakes and to learn and to kind of live, and we're willing for somebody else to make a mistake and be like, no, you're good, everything's fine, but we don't give ourselves that same space. And
right.
I think that's a huge learning point for all of us and a huge place for growth for me.
I love that so much. I'm glad you shared that, because that's not just important for us, but it's also important for our students. But it's really hard to teach that if we're not practicing it ourselves.
Correct.
And it really is so important when we're talking about human development. And that's basically all that really matters, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I hope that if you're not following Stacy, you will. Stacy Roberts 711. Make sure you follow. I'm trying to get her on Twitter a little bit more. But thank you so much for stopping by. You know I love you so much.
Yes.
And I'll see you even after the podcast.
Yes,
but
definitely.
I hope that your session is amazing. And thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Have a good
Stacey.
one. Bye, guys.
Bye. All right. If you're just coming in live, I'm actually coming in live. If you're just tuning in, I'm coming in live from Anchorage, Alaska at the ASTI conference. And this is one of my favorite conferences because it is in my own backyard. My next guest is from, my very first, oh my gosh, y'all. If you know me, you know that I love vocabulary, and you know that I love Nearpod. And so my next guest is Steve. And he is going to tell us a little bit about, what booth are you at?
Number 38.
So come into the expo hall. It's also where the main stage is. Come and find him at booth 38. And Steve, why should anybody come, why should anybody come see you?
That's a great question.
I put it on the spot.
If you're not familiar with Nearpod is a interactive student-faced tool. We have a existing library of over 22,000 pre-made lessons, activities, and videos that you can start from scratch and lay into your lesson plans, get teaching right away. All of those include interactive assessments that are quizzes, collaborate boards, polls, open-ended questions, gamified learning. All of that exists in Nearpod. It's a great way to maintain student accountability in the classroom, as well as get students excited and interactive.
And engagement.
Yeah.
And Steve's an educator, so he should know.
Former educator, yeah.
Well,
Educator.
Even if you're not in the classroom right now, I think once you're an educator, you're literally always an
Once
educator.
you're there, you're always there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've got some great swag to give away. We've also got 3 months of free Nearpod, free vocabulary. If you are interested, stop on down and we can help get you started, get your school started, and I'd love to talk to you more.
Yeah. And y'all, I just have to give 5 stars to Vocabulary and Nearpod. They were the first 2 tech tools that I actually embraced when I started to get more into ed tech, and I love them. I can't say enough positive things, but really it does matter for your students. These 2 tools are going to give you more engagement than most tools out there. So thank you so much for showing up, Steve. I appreciate it. Coming all the way to Alaska.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. We're glad to have you.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. Is there anything last things you want to say before you leave?
No, stop by the booth. Be happy to chat. Love learning about Alaskan teachers and what we can help you with here at Nearpod and Vocabulary.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks so much, Steve.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you later. Okay. And we have another guest, and I'm actually going to, I need to make your nameplate. Come on over. Okay. Tell me. Okay. It is Jessica Bell. Jessica Bell, and you are from McGraw-Hill.
McGraw-Hill, Achieve 3000 and actively learn all of the things.
Okay. I got McGraw-Hill. Is that one word?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. And
That's
then,
fine. The others are all part of McGraw-Hill.
And then Achieve.
3000.
3,000. Okay, now that I have Jessica's nameplate up here, and if you're just tuning in, I'm coming in live from the ASTI conference in Anchorage, Alaska. And Jessica, I met at lunch today. Thank you for being patient with me, by the way.
You're so welcome.
Yes, tell us you're also an educator.
19 years an English teacher. And so I did English as a second language and a licensed reading specialist. And I fell in love with Actively Learn, was a platform that I just loved. And it actually was part of the Achieve 3000 portfolio. And then as of November 1st, 2021, we were bought by McGraw-Hill. And so all of the amazing personalized adaptive software pieces from Achieve 3000 are now part of McGraw-Hill. So it's not just textbooks anymore. We're software that help your students do.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And Actively Learn is, if you've not heard of it, you can go to activelylearn.com and create a free account actually to explore and try it. And it has flexible digital curricular resources that are standards aligned, standards-based grading, DOK. Ooh. Everything's customizable and you can track engagement. And one of the things that really made a difference for my kids was to be able to see instructionally, you can place the questions where you'd like the students to interact with that skill. And then you get data. Hey, do I need to address this?
Wow.
How many kids looked up the same word? Is there a misconception? Do we need to address simile and metaphor again? Right.
Right.
So, and right now a big focus for us is science and social studies because there are so many resources needed for literacy across content areas. And so especially science, interactives, simulations, real world stuff.
I love that. And so, Jessica, are you from Alaska?
I'm from Indiana. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. And so it's amazing to get to, I have had such great conversations and learning so much. And just I think is that Alaskan educators face are exacerbated, right? Especially by so many different things and so many amazing stories and so many challenges. But really, it's been great to see people who are all working towards a common goal of supporting students.
Right.
And really seeing that growth has been really powerful.
I want to ask her this because this is something that when I first came to ASTI, over 3 years ago, 3 years ago. Here, come a little bit closer. Okay. What is one thing that you think is incredible about Alaskan educators that you've learned from being here?
That you are required to be able to address the needs of so many students in one classroom at the same time and still cover content, such a diverse age range, grade range. And then schools are so different. You could have from 11 students in a school to thousands of students in a school, right? And so still being able to meet the needs of each and every one of those children to make sure they're prepared and to try and also meet their social and emotional needs, which we know is so challenging right now. It's just been amazing to get to meet so many people who are so dedicated to making sure their students are cared for and successful academically.
I love that you said that, Jessica, because the biggest thing, I would be talking to an educator here in Alaska, and this educator might be the SPED teacher, the principal, the math teacher, and the custodian. educators here really do wear so many hats. It's incredible. And, it's a little bit different living here in Alaska. So I just appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's eye-opening and incredible. And I just want to give a shout out to all the Alaskan educators and all the educators who are watching. Thank you for everything you do, because it really does matter. It makes an impact on our world right here, presently and in the future. Jessica, where can people find you? And are you doing any sessions?
Yeah, we're presenting Tuesday morning, Actively Learn Science, inquiry, and being able to think about literacy across the content areas as well, because that's such a challenge. So we are at the McGraw-Hill booth. You could also go to activelylearn.com. But yeah, you can also, you can contact our local Alaska Achieve and Actively Learn rep is Heidi Anderson. And so you can always check us out at McGraw-Hill or come visit us at ASTI.
Nice. Jessica, any last thoughts before we say goodbye?
I just have so much respect for all the hard work that our Alaskan teachers are doing. And it's amazing to be able to help support you guys. So anything you need from us, just let us know so we can help you.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for stopping
No,
by.
thank you.
I
It's
wish
super
you
fun.
the best luck at your session. I hope a lot of people show up.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. If you're just tuning in, I am so glad you are. My name is Melody McAllister, and I host I'm bi-weekly podcast called Growth Over Grades. And I just want to say, that is so cool that you have achieved 3,000 at your school. And I want to say, Mel, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. And my next guest, oh my gosh, I wish that I could get some music playing. It would be Hail to the Chief. Listen, we have the next ASTI president. She's a board member right now, but come on over here, Nikki. And it's funny. Nikki Stein, I'm so glad you're here.
Hi.
I just put your first name on here. I apologize for that. But she is,
Okay.
congratulations, because you have just been elected as the next president of ASTI, which officially begins on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
What's going through your head as you think about your next role here?
Thinking forward to the conference for next year, how we can make it just the best year ever. And then also just the awesome people that I'm going to work with. We have some really great people on the board, and it's going to be amazing. I'm super excited. Love collaborating with other educators, and
I love it.
Yeah.
I love seeing a strong female in leadership. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Oh, we have a comment, and I want to check this out really quick. Oh my gosh, Amber, thank you so much. Thanks, Amber. So, Nikki, what is your responsibility as the president on the board, like ASTI?
So the president they get to pick the theme of next year's conference. They make final decisions regarding the conference, and the president and the executive director, which we are looking for a new executive director, if anyone's interested, and we make the decisions of just how to make all of this happen. So a lot of logistics, a lot of working with vendors and working with speakers and making all of this come together.
I love it. And so, did you ever imagine, what was your first ASTI like? When was it? Do you remember?
My first ASTI was the virtual ASTI that was during COVID.
Wow.
And so last year was my first year physically at ASTI.
Wow.
And years before that, I had always just really wanted to go to ASTI. It was kind of a pie in the sky for me, but funding and admin, it just wasn't there. But I'm super excited to be here now and getting that opportunity to move forward towards leadership. My current principal, Amanda Adams, who was our keynote speaker, last night, she is the one who nominated me and pushed me forward to this. I'm part of another committee that she runs, and I was very much like, what? Why are you nominating me for this? But I always tell myself that if Amanda thinks that I can do it, then I can do it.
Shout out to Amanda, another
Yes,
strong
absolutely.
woman leader.
And I think that it's exciting to be in a leadership position that is, I want to go into leadership, but I don't necessarily want to be a principal.
Okay.
So I think this gives me a great opportunity to work with those. And support teachers and other educators around Alaska.
For sure. And you're actually an educator as well.
Yes, I am.
Where do you teach and what grade level?
I teach for KPBSD and Kenai Peninsula Borough School District.
Nice.
I am a distance ed teacher and I teach grades 1 through 6.
Wow.
And
nice.
And I mostly focus on math with my kids. I have a partner teacher who does language arts, and then we have a lot of community skills and connections with the kids as well to do integrate content like science and social studies.
I love that. I am so in awe of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Before we're going to say goodbye really shortly, is there anything else that you want to just, a final thought you have to share before we say goodbye?
I just want to say that if you're a teacher or you are working in education, keep going.
Yes.
You are doing amazing. We appreciate you. We notice you. We validate you. And you're changing the world.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that is the best. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to close this. Again, my name is Melody McAllister. If this is the first time you're seeing this, I actually host a Growth Over Grades podcast. I try to do it 2 times a month. I've been a little bit busy lately, but I am coming in live from Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm at the GCI booth. And I want to say one more time, thank you, GCI, for letting me hijack your booth for a second. They are actually giving out scholarships, and its applications are going into March. So come and check this out. GCI, we love you so much. Also, my husband works with GCI, so I personally love GCI. And I just want to say, hey, I have a session tomorrow as well. If you are interested in DigSit skills, I am going to show how Spaces EDU, who I work for, actually, we are a great platform to practice those DigSit skills. I'm going to talk about ISTE, curriculum, and also I'm going to talk about how to make it a brave space, so you don't have to wait till the end of the year for some of those students that are a little bit shy to speak up and contribute to class. So thank you so much for tuning in to this special edition Growth Over Grades podcast. I'll probably see you again tomorrow. And just like Nikki said, for all of those educators who are just making an amazing difference in the world, we see you, and the work you're doing is greatly impacting everybody and all of us, because we are a global community and we appreciate you so much. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you again soon.